Michelle Betts from the Bet Stamper YouTube channel. Today I want to show you a simple and easy way to make a card using pattern paper and any kind of embellishments that you want without any paper scraps left over. So grab your favorite paper and your favorite stamps and ink, and I'll show you what to do. The simplest way to use a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and cut it where you have 6 cards and no scraps is to cut 3 4-inch wide strips, and then after you cut those, you cut the first section 5 1/4, and then the next section 5 1/4, and that will leave you with a 1.5 inch strip at the bottom. Then when you finish cutting, you'll go back and cut this bottom strip to 3/4 of an inch wide, and then you'll use these. It'll make 6 strips that you can use for the inside of your card. Today I'm going to be using some designer series paper from the Stampin' Up annual catalog. On page 51 they have some paper called Country Woods. It has different kinds of distressed wood. Some have paint chips, some are lighter wood, some are darker, and I just thought it was really pretty, and I could use that to make a really nice card today. Then I decided to go ahead and use some things that I already had that are retired, but eventually everything in this video will be retired. So use what you have. That's one of my favorite things about making cards, is you can look at somebody else's idea and use what you have and make it your own without having to go buy more things. So I'm using this elegant faceted gems from Stampin' Up. I got it from the clearance rack a while back. Then the country wreaths and the country dies to make a wreath. And then I have this charming sentiments stamp set and the dies to cut those out. I really liked this paper that has the paint chipped off of it. The other side is a really nice brown wood, but I thought this was really pretty, so I'm going to use this today. And I'm going to use some crumb cake for my card base, and then you'll just need some white paper to stamp your images on. Okay, so I have some basic white, and I'm going to use Old Olive. So we'll stamp our wreath using the Old Olive ink. But before I stamp, I got some of this Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going to kind of go around the edges to give a little bit of a different color for my wreath. Okay, then if you like it, you can cut it out. If you don't like it, you can always turn it over and do it on the back, because when you're stamping, you always have a second chance to stamp again on the back of your paper. Okay, then I decided to use the Wishing You Everything Wonderful sentiment from my sentiment set, and I'm going to use crumb cake to stamp that. And I'll stamp that on the top of this paper. There we go. And then I'll take a few minutes to go cut those out. Now that I have these cut out, I will go ahead and make my card. I'm going to start by folding my card base in half. Then I will use my ATG to put adhesive on the back. Because of the way we cut it, 4 inches wide and 5 1/4, we're going to have an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So I like to line it up on 3 sides and then carefully lay it down so it's even all the way around. And I'm going to use some foam dots to put on the back of my wreath. Happen to have 4 left on this sheet. I love when I get to finish something and throw it away. Now before I take the adhesive off and stick it to the card, I want my wreath to make it look like it's hanging from a nail or something. So I'm going to take some of this twine, probably left over from an old paper pumpkin kit, and I always tie my bow before I cut it. It seems to be easier than to cut a length and then it ends up too short and hard to handle. So we'll tie the bow and straighten it. Then once you get it the way you want to, you can cut the bow free from your twine. Okay. Then I'm going to use some glue dots. And put those on the back of my wreath, about here and here. Then I'm just going to put the legs of my bow in the glue. Maybe not so long. And then we'll put one more glue dot on the back of the knot so it can hang. There we go. Now we can remove the release paper from the back of the foam dots. And put it over here. I thought it looked nice on the left-hand side of the paper, and then we'll put the sentiment on the bottom right, and then just stick it down. See how it looks like it's hanging from the wood? Then we'll take our sentiment, and I have an empty Stampin' Dimensionals sheet, so I'll cut these down and use these. I like to use up everything and not waste. Because to me, if you're wasting supplies, you're wasting money that you could be using to buy some more supplies. So we'll put that there. Got it a little too far over. There we go. And we'll stick that down here. See? And just add a little bit of sparkle to it. I always look and see which one I have the most of and use 3 from that column. I like to keep it even. They all look nice. I did this at a card class and everybody was able to choose which one they wanted and everybody's combinations looked great. So I'll use this, make a triangle around the sentiment. Use this bigger one and put one there. And there we are. Now, here are some other ones that I made from that same paper pack. I was able to make 2 more of the blue ones. I used Beyond Grateful on the other one. And then I use this wood and use some of the clear jewels. And then I really like this nice one with the lighter color and the gray and the tan there. It's pretty. And Beyond Grateful. And I think I used some of the champagne colored jewels on that one. And then I was able to get 4 of this lighter wood grain. And what I did on the inside of these is I put a piece of white paper, stamped my wreath, and there's where that extra 4 by 3/4 inch strip there on the inside of each one of those. Here's one that has the blue on the inside. Then I also got envelopes, and I like to save all my ink and use it and not waste it. So I have one where I kind of put the flap of one envelope up against the corner of the other, stamped it at the same time so that you're not wasting ink stamping off and it getting on blotter paper. So I hope you enjoyed this template and get some paper and stamps and ink and make a bunch of cards with it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.